Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of the suicidal maniac.
I'm whispering just because Laura is asleep upstairs, but today's vlog is a stereotypical YouTuber day of eating. For breakfast, or the first meal of the day, it's just a cup of coffee. Just one of these and two of these. These are called Suppress. They are appetite suppressants and they're supposed to help you stop feeling hungry or eating more before you eat a meal. So I have them in the morning because I'm trying to push my day as long as possible. So I want to be eating breakfast at about 10, maybe even 11 o'clock. And that's going to make my life so much easier in terms of the amount of meals that I'm going to have for the rest of the day. So breakfast, I literally have 1 cup of coffee and 2 Suppress tablets. I now have to get ready for work. So I've got 2 clients. Off we go. Clients done this morning, made it in nice and easy, starting to feel a little bit hungry just because I haven't had any breakfast just yet, but it's been okay. And this is kind of what I normally do: have my coffee, have a Suppress, and then I'm gonna go get home, eat, and I'll show you what I'm gonna have, and then we'll talk about what this actual vlog is gonna be about, the second last one of this extreme fat loss series. Right. So today's vlog, I didn't really introduce it or talk about it or go over it a little bit more, but today's vlog is about a full day of eating. It is a very popular thing to do on YouTube these days, certainly with the younger fitness crowd. But it is, or my aim within this, is to give you the opportunity to see how I construct meals and then empower you to go and make your choices around your preferences and your goals. So what I do today isn't necessarily an example of what you should absolutely follow, but it's going to give you a decent framework to be able to work from to achieve what you want to achieve. Certainly if you want to take this extreme fat loss thing or give it a go. On a side note, I am thinking about writing a book about this, so let me know in the comment section below if that's something you'd be interested in. I'm toying with it, and I think it might help because I'm getting a lot of questions on like my Instagram and stuff like that. So let's start with the first thing. The first one we have, it's just a Diet Coke, really, to be honest. Again, no calories in it, but it tastes nice. It's cold, it's lovely. I like Diet Coke. An apple. Now, what's important within these extreme fat loss diets is improving texture and sweetness and taste. So I have a pink lady. These things are about 90 odd calories. They add a lot of volume, a decent amount of fiber, and they're just tasty. The next one is probably the biggest one. These recently came out with Arla, so they're protein yogurts, 20 grams of protein, 150 calories. Again, good protein to calorie ratio. From there, we also have 2 Baby Bells. These bad boys are about 40 calories each and about 5 grams of protein, so that adds another 10. Again, more textures, more tastes, more changes, more differences, and that's quite important. And then we have the last of my favorite protein bar. This one is a little bit punchier. It's sort of 270 in terms of calories. Tesco's, but they cost £1, 20 grams of protein, or a bit more actually, maybe 21 grams of protein. So we have a good collection there of 10 grams, 21 grams, and 20 grams. So that's about 50 odd grams of protein. Calories are give or take about 450 to 500. Yes, it is all packaged food, but it's convenience. It's easy for me to be able to eat, consume, it tastes nice, and I can't be bothered cooking. Not that oats take that long, but this, I just prefer this, to be honest. It's quicker, it's faster, I'm hungry in the morning, I don't want to think. Pre-workout time. This is nothing fancy, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's like a 300 milligrams. Got it on offer at Christmas time for 300 milligrams of caffeine. Got it on offer at Christmas time for my protein. So I use that. It's perfectly fine. It's tasty-ish, rainbow candy, whatever it is. Gives you quite a good pump. It was cheap, but coffee also is sufficient. To a certain extent, you need 3 grams per milligram. So I don't have any carbs or anything pre-workout at this stage. I try to train quite close to having my either breakfast or say lunchtime or second meal of the day, just because I don't like training feeling too hungry. This I don't think actually has any calories. I've never actually checked. No, it doesn't have any protein. Well, let's hope not. But either way, it doesn't tend to have any calories. It's a kick to get me going. It's sweet, takes me through the day. I'll have this, and then we're now gonna head to the gym. And yeah, I shall see you there.
Till she came in the game to repair damage. Drop a hard line like it was a care package. Going all night sitting in this dead silence, but my mind stayed flying like a jet pilot. I said we came in the game to repair damage. Drop a hard line like it was a care package. Going all night sitting in this dead silence, but my mind stayed flying like a jet pilot. Flying over the system, high on a holy herb. I'm writing over the scriptures. You should listen and learn. I paint the vividest pictures. Lyrics giving them burns. Just keep respectable distance and ain't no need for concern. I'm saying give a nigga space. That's dark matter. A star scattered noble supernova that came back as a war hazard. It so happens that my mental health had been neglected, but now I'm sharp enough to slice your neck and disconnect it. Flow perfected, you get rested if you're disrespected. And bro, your girl be staring at me. Call her misdirection. Yeah, now who rap like me? If I'm willing, I got a feeling. No black-eyed peas.
I've been looking for the love through 2 black eyes, B, but all I see is pain moving through the mist like the Akatsuki. Yeah, I'm cocky like young Itachi. Ain't nobody can stop me talking shit. I guarantee I'll be seeing you call me Liberace. Fingering your girl like keystrokes. The meanest pianist, a genius swinging his penis. Gotta see it to believe it. Jesus, I'm nice with this verbal knife swinging from left to right. Such precision with incisions whenever I strike.
Oh, it's good to be back at Muscle Works, Orpington. I have actually parked in a Nugent place, which is kind of like a business park nearby, because that car park is absolutely horrendous. But it was a good session. I haven't done sort of high volume, and I am feeling a little bit weak with this sort of fat loss phase. If you haven't seen my other videos, they're sort of up here. I'll link to the first one explaining what I'm doing. But yeah, it's kind of, the diet is kicking in now, and I'm kind of glad it is coming to the end. But time to go home and have my post-workout meal, which I'll run through now. Well, in a second, when I heat up in the home.
Flying like a jet pilot. I said we came in the game to repair damage. Drop a hard line like it was a care package. Going all night sitting in this dead silence, but my mind stayed flying like a jet pilot.
And on to our next meal. I think this is my it's my second meal of the day. Yeah. So like I said, the way I structure my diet plan or extreme diet plan is kind of like 3 main meals and maybe a snack if I have space, and that snack's usually a protein shake, but I'll show you later on today. This one in particular is one of my prepped meals. So we have some broccoli. You know, every bodybuilding diet has broccoli in it. We then have 200 grams of chicken breast, 125 grams of microwavable rice, so just half the packet, and then it's bulked out with some cauliflower rice just to add some overall volume. Then I have a little bit of barbecue sauce on top. And that meal comes to about 450, 500 calories, hits that sort of 45, 50 grams of protein because I've got a target of 180 to 190 a day. And that's kind of it, really. I mean, it's pretty simple. One couple of little tips that I have on this, because my calories are so low, first of all, I don't track vegetables. Yeah, I just don't really see the point. I do track fruit just because it can be a little bit higher in calories, but it would take a lot of broccoli for you to overshoot on calories. To make the broccoli taste a little bit nicer, I tend to add a little bit of salt to it, certainly during the fat loss phase, And sometimes during like a maintenance phase, I'll add a teaspoon of olive oil. It just allows the palate for that salty, sweet, fatty kind of taste. Pop that in there. And then the barbecue sauce I don't track, but I just put a couple of dollops on there. And this works pretty well, and it's tasty and it works. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's one prep meal, and then I'll show you what my last one is, which isn't a prepped meal. It's really handy when your girlfriend works for a company that produces like breakfast protein shakes. Yeah, you can get these. They're called Energize. You can get them in Tesco's. They're like 33 grams of protein. Really tasty, really, really nice, and definitely worth checking out. But I did have another meal before I train a client tonight, just because I'll definitely get hungry, and that's not a good thing. So I had one of those For Goodness shakes. They're 20 grams of protein, really easy. They're cheap, usually an offer in like Tesco's and things for like £1. Then I had a punnet of raspberries, just because the raspberries add a bit of filler to things, and they're like 40 calories or something for 150 grams. So that'll tip me over quite nicely. Yeah, quite the selection. Right, train clients, and I'll see you at home, because I've done B-roll for both already today. Well, this is my final meal of today. And that kind of takes us to at least a reasonable conclusion of a full day of eating. I might move out the way, the steam's getting everywhere. This is an Aldi $1.99 protein meal or Slimwell meal. You've seen them on my Instagram page or whatever. If you haven't followed me, go at Gordon Greenhorn. Pasta, meatballs, 30 grams of protein, 500 calories, and then I top things off with a nice little Arla yogurt at 20 grams of protein. And that covers us for 180 calories, 1900 calories, 180 grams of protein. And this is the kind of way I've been eating the whole time. I have a late breakfast, or as late as I can. That's kind of like that set up this morning. I have a pre-prepared lunch usually, and that's kind of late in the afternoon or possibly post-workout. I then might have a protein snack of some kind, and usually that's a protein shake with some berries or a protein beverage of some kind. And then this last meal, when I'm tired, I don't want to have to cook something like some dude on Instagram had a go at me today about, and I just want to have a nice, easy microwavable meal that fills the rest of my macros or requirements of protein and calories. So yeah, it's been a good day. I don't know how empowering this has been, but it's giving you kind of a set-up idea of how I do things. Late in the day eating, try and center them around bigger meals rather than little snacks and nibbling and whatnot. And it's okay to eat micro meals if you're considering things like calories and protein. Well, this is the second last episode of the cutting season. There will be my last one coming out on Thursday. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. Check out my last video, which I'm hoping is going to be really good, with lots of interesting things and maybe a big ting in the background. And I'll announce that on Thursday. But overall, hope you've enjoyed this full day of eating. I shall see you Thursday, 5:30, for the final episode. Peace.